Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Anime Nights. Glad to see you guys here hanging out with us on a Friday. Talking anime, one of my favorite things to talk about in the whole world. I'm so glad you guys decided to join me this evening. We got 20 people right now in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. Okay, hitting that like button brings more folks over here so we can chop it up, have a good discussion about anime. Lots of interesting little bits of news dropped this week. And so, I got to give a shout out to Name that's always keeping us in the know. Look, there's always something to talk about within the anime world. But this week we had a little bit extra. All right. We got some Netflix news. All right. Netflix and MAPPA have made a deal. And I don't know if this is good, man. I don't know if this is good or not. I'll let the fellas weigh in on it. We also had some Oscar nominations that came through, and we got some snubs from one movie for sure I knew was going to be nominated. I thought there was an outside shot. Another film was going to be nominated, but we didn't get either one. It just shows how irrelevant the Oscars is, if you want to be quite honest. It's like, okay, you guys couldn't figure out that you need to get some anime on your roster to at least make people watch it. It's like, oh shit, we might have an anime win Best Picture. Let's go ahead and watch it. Like some popular anime. That would have went a long way, in my opinion, to helping the Oscars out, but they chose not to do that. We also got the news of what's coming next after One Punch season 3 for JC staff. And that might, gin up a little bit of excitement. And then Sakamoto Days, of course, is going to get a live action treatment, and there's some casting news, so we'll talk about that. But once again, guys, thank you all, one and all. You guys are awesome. And look, we're continuing to build up the anime stream thanks to guys like Dragon Master Zero dropping 5 gifteds. Dragon Master, thanks, bro. Thanks as always. Dragon Master Zero always coming through with gifted memberships. Helps out a lot, man. It absolutely helps out a lot. By the way, I'm just letting y'all know right now, it is a Wendy's night. Oh, there you go. Yep, it's a Wendy's night. I did not eat like I had intended to. I got caught up in something else. I was supposed to eat like an hour before the stream. I was like, all right, an hour before the stream, I'm going to eat. Didn't happen. But so now another Wendy's night for us. But thank you, Dragon Master Zero, for gifting memberships. And yeah, this is what it's all about, man. We're going to build out this anime corner of the community and get things cracking in this direction. So thank you, bro. As always, guys, remember Dragon Master Zero has his own emoji. I see Rafa Balde laced it up. Let me also do my honors. Thank you, Dragon Master, for doing what you always do, gifting memberships and helping build the family. Much love to you. One too many. There you go. All right. And if you got a membership from Dragon Master Zero, give them some love as well. All right. Let's go ahead and thank all those who just became members, and then we're going to bring out the crew. Here you go. Right there. All right. The gang is all here. Oh, except for Cyfax. Let me bounce Cyfax out. Cyfax is still finishing up the last episode of Fate Strange, or at least not the last one. I think the second episode. And so he'll join once he's done with that. So we'll let him hang out. But what's up, Name? How's it going, bro?
What's up, bro?
Good?
I see you're Wendy's strongest soldier tonight again. Yeah,
I am, man. I gotta eat some way somehow, and Wendy's always does me right. So what's good with it? Yes. And Brandon, the anime guy, also joining us. What's up, Brandon? How's it going?
Oh, it's going all right. Just it's Freyrin Friday, and I most definitely participated in Freyrin Friday, and holy shit.
Now, I deliberately did not put Freyrin in there because I haven't seen it. Yeah, because thanks to my audience, I have to watch Star Trek Starfleet Academy now.
Oh, boo! Hiss. Seriously,
they did it. They hit goal. Look, sometimes you got to be careful when you're trying to drop super chat goals.
That's true.
Careful.
Yes, let's have a super chat goal. If we hit $100 tonight, the DA will eat his comm badge.
Right, exactly. Same stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, I finished watching. I rewatched episode 1, and then I watched episode 2. Still haven't gotten to episode 3 yet. I'm hearing that one's the worst. So yeah, but here we're
It
not
wouldn't
here to
surprise
talk
me.
about that dog shit. We're here to talk about something good.
No.
We're here to talk about
But
anime.
I do know about saying, hey, if you do a certain amount of money, I'll do something super embarrassing. Yeah, I've done truffle shuffles on camera. Nope, not doing that again. There's a
careful,
reason those
man. You
streams
gotta
are
be
no longer
careful.
existing.
That's something. You would think like the audience really doesn't want to embarrass you. They don't want to laugh at you. Nope, they love it.
Nope,
they
they
love
do.
it. They'll put you through the pain. Let's say what's up to everybody that is here. We got Lieutenant Giratina hanging out with us. He got a promotion. He's no longer the sergeant. He's lieutenant because he hit 6K subs. So what's up with you, Lieutenant?
Very nice.
Hail from Isura. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. Brandon, of course, is here. Welcome all. Appreciate you being here. Dragon Master Zero. Hail all. Hail everybody that's hanging out with us. Yep. We got Sean, formerly known as John. Let the homosexuality begin. That's at your house, man. That's not over here. I don't know what you're talking about. It must be going down within your halls. We got Thomas Nazareta. I am currently watching JJK season 3, episode 4, and boy, Maki is putting a show on Hell's Bloodbath. Yeah, man. JJK, man. That's my joint, man. I love it. I love it. Rafa Balde hanging out in the back. What's up, Rafa Balde? Also a mod. Hey, Rafa Balde, keep them in line. Make sure everybody's doing their job and doing what they do. Stacy Gardner hailing out. Hail. What's good? What's good? What's good? Alpha Omega, late but here. Yep, sir. Yeah, look, man, you're never late, man. Everybody that gets here precisely when they mean to, just like a wizard. All right, don't worry about it. We got Supreme Legend. We got him. What's up? Oh, that's y'all the ones that had him doing the truffle shuffle?
It was.
Oh man,
It was good for making money, but
yeah, see that's clippable.
you gotta
they'll
temper
clip
yourself.
that and they'll hold on to that forever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, and then we got Emily Kruger. Hail to Emily Kruger.
Hey,
thank you, Emily, for being here. All right, look, let's just jump right into it, man. Lots of stuff, little topics to discuss. This one was just announced actually not too long ago. Anime updates: Blue Lock and Tokyo Revengers, the anime series, officially premiere on Toonami this February 7. I highly recommend both. Blue Lock season 1, Tokyo Revengers season 1, both excellent first seasons. I wasn't really into Blue Lock after that first season, but I think Tokyo Revengers, really, really excellent anime. Have you guys seen these two?
No, but there's a reason why One Punch Man looks up to Blue Lock.
Yeah, bro. Blue Lock season 2 was, bro, that was a ride watching that every week.
Yeah.
The same problem. They severely skimped and dog shit at the whole thing.
Well,
as far as I know, it's a
understand
good story, but come on.
Yeah.
There are ways to cut corners, and then there are ways to completely hose yourself, and they chose the way to hose themselves.
Blue Lock was done by a different studio. I think it was done by 8-Bit, so it wasn't JC's staff, but it was under the same producer, which was Bandai. And I was at the panel at 2024. At AX 2024, where they were talking about it, and all they had for us at the panel, which was like a few months before the premiere, was like a 30-second trailer, and that's when I was like, "Oh shit!" I knew it was like low-key cooked.
Yeah. Takamichi does cry a little bit too much. That's not right. You're not wrong about that. But I still enjoyed it. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring Sci-Fax in. All right,
yo, what's going on, people? How you guys doing tonight?
Man?
Just finished episode 2 of Fate. What's it called? It's like Fate Strange Fake. Yeah, it's such a weird name to say. Like FSF,
Yeah, the third episode.
It's the best way I could put it. It's interesting. I recommend it, and I'm hoping that it gets into more detail. But it's one of these things. We'll get into it if this is a talking point, because I believe you're probably going to bring it up here later. But we'll talk about it more. Also, I just saw Lieutenant Giratina just mentioned, hey, subscribe to me. Yes, I'm 3 away from 300. So, if I get to 300, I can be enlisted, and I can get on my way to becoming a lieutenant as well. That'll be great.
Yeah. Did you see either of these series, Tokyo Revengers or
I started Tokyo Revengers, and that one was pretty good. Blue Lock. Growing up playing sports, I don't like watching stuff about sports.
Gotcha.
I've always found it boring. Like, I don't even like watching sports when I'm not playing them. Like, I grew up playing baseball, basketball. I was relatively decent at both of them. And shit, some of my friends even went on. One of them's actually, he plays for the Yankees. So it's like I grew up around sports to the point where I don't need to watch it or see it in any capacity. So I'm sure it's cool and it's over exaggerated madness and it's great. But
it's awesome.
Yeah, I
First
don't
season
watch
anyway.
that.
First season's awesome. Second season, yeah. But it's coming to Toonami. So for those of you who've never watched it, but you're gonna watch it on Toonami, there you go. It's a good. I think the first seasons are really good. I think, especially Tokyo Revengers.
Just the thing is, any of the music in the background bleeding through my mic? If so, I'm gonna mute.
No, I don't hear anything.
Perfect. Good job.
Yep.
Good job on my noise cancellation. Okay.
Good job.
That's just loud as in my room. This shit's loud as fuck. Like, sorry to curse.
All right. Next up, we got another topic, or this one I find this is probably going to be some of the more problematic things. We've been talking about it recently with a lot of studios in these anime studios that are saying, hey, we want to, kind of get more global. We have a global audience out there and we want to start catering to that global audience. But when you start catering to the global audience, you're going to run into some issues, man. And that's what I'm thinking is about to happen here. Breaking. Netflix and MAPPA have signed a new strategic partnership that will bring multiple future MAPPA anime to Netflix as worldwide exclusives. Several projects are already in development, with the two companies collaborating across production, story development, and merchandising. Okay, so we've talked about this plenty of times, guys. Why do they feel the need? Listen, nothing wrong with Netflix and MAPPA having some sort of a exclusive, it's like, okay, we're going to work together. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But you can already see where this thing is going to be going. All right. They're going to have exclusive anime that are made just for Netflix. And if it's just for Netflix, you think Netflix ain't going to have some sort of a say in what's absolutely going to be presented? Do you think Netflix is just going to be, oh, you guys just do whatever you want to do and we'll just feed you money? No, Netflix is absolutely going to have something to say about it. And I think this is where things get super duper problematic when it comes to this stuff. What do you guys think?
Well, check it out. So, like, Netflix has technically already been doing like live action adaptations of a bunch of stuff. Like they have a bunch of things on Netflix that are, I mean, they even have like what's it called? Why am I blanking on the name now? I'll get it in a second. But it's like they have a bunch of animes that they've done live actions of already. Sure. Before anything. The only one that really took off and got really popular, obviously, is One Piece. One Piece was like they're just throwing shit at the wall, and all of a sudden one of them finally hit, and they're like, bam, because that one hit, let's greenlight everything else. Now they're kind of going in the wrong direction when it comes to anime, or like not even the wrong direction. They're going with the wrong idea, which is as much as we want to see this stuff live action, like we want to see comics live action, I don't know if everybody wants to see anime live action or manga live action, right?
Well, keep in mind, Cyphex, it doesn't say live action. They said future MAPPA anime to Netflix. So they're just talking about doing anime over on Netflix, but it's going to be exclusive to Netflix. It's not even, I don't even think it's bringing up live action necessarily.
Well, usually whenever you hear Netflix and anime, it usually becomes a live action adaptation. That was my assumption, so my bad. But at the same time, more than likely, I mean, if that's what they're going to do, if they're going to give them money because the studio is maybe not doing as well, or they can acquire the rights, hopefully they have no interference to it. That would be great. Some of these things could use probably the extra support. Obviously, we know how Hollywood, Netflix, and all this shit works. It doesn't work like that. From the other side of the sphere, not the anime sphere, like because the anime sphere is like we would love all this for things to happen, but we also talk about how these studios and stuff kind of screw people over left and right. So, do I have faith in it? Absolutely not. Would I like them to, I don't know, use some of their money to keep some of these franchises and some of these new IPs up and running? Absolutely, of course, that'd be great. Will it happen? That's the question, right?
That remains
Will
to
it,
be seen.
will it, yeah. Like,
Brandon, what do you think?
Well, let's examine Netflix's history. Very spotty at best. They have had exclusives done for them through other studios. You know, they had Castlevania. Season 1 was fine. Season 2 was fine. The rest sucked balls.
Yeah.
They had Bastard, which in and of itself was a bastardization because they censored the shit out of it. Most of the other stuff they've done in this realm, they've, purchased and gained access to rights of it, like Sakamoto Days, etc. But the one that they did do that was very well done was Delicious in Dungeon. Delicious in Dungeon is very well done and pretty close to the manga from what I remember. The MAPPA guys themselves came out and said, yes, this is a good thing for us because we're going to start focusing on the global audience. Boom, that's it. Anything that goes to Netflix from MAPPA cannot be trusted. Period. I'm hoping that they don't get the rights to do Freyrin. I hope they don't get the rights to do JJK. I hope they don't get the rights to do Chainsaw Man exclusive to them. Because if they do, they're done. I will not, under any condition, watch anything from MAPPA that is on Netflix. I will not pay for Netflix. As far as I'm concerned, this is the you done goofed.
well, it's
Name.
Well, it's like when,
Let's say you
like,
wait. Let's hear from Name. Name, I gotta let you
yeah,
chime
sorry,
in as well.
I mean, I agree with everything you guys say. Like, so Brandon, actually, there was one anime that came out recently, Ranma Half, the remake. That's from Ranma, and it's only on Netflix, as far as I remember.
Yeah,
And
don't get me started with that one.
I've talked about it before. Like, the subtitles. Like, you gotta, if you don't know Japanese, you're basically eating gaslit. Like, and I wouldn't have a problem, like Cyfax said, if they're just giving them money. But like the problem is that they're going to be involved with story development and production, which is like, that's the creative stuff. Like, if it was just like funding, it's like, okay, but because they're putting that money in, they feel entitled that, I want to have a say in it, and that's what rubs me the wrong way.
That's the scary part, right? Like on this one, by Screen Time, all right? Netflix has announced a partnership with MAPPA, the anime studio behind Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. Two companies will work together on new projects, all right? So new projects. They're going to bring new projects to Netflix with a global perspective. So when they use that word, that immediately tells you, global perspective means they're going to be leaning into Western values, Western culture, and it's not going to be true to Japan and the East. And that's the problem I have with it.
Exactly. That's literally what I was about to say. I was like, hey, the global perspective, you're going to probably start seeing that in a lot of articles coming out. It's a global perspective that it's Western ideals or whatever. And it's like a lot of these places don't adhere to that, and they don't like that. I mean, the show I just watched earlier, it's Fate Fate Strange Fake. It's like they say, hey, there's a bunch of Japanese people, and it doesn't. I don't think it really clarifies where they're at, but they're not in Japan. Like,
they're in Nevada. They're in Nevada.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they're in America. Yeah, but they're speaking Japanese or like whatever. But it's whatever. That's the way they want to do their storytelling. But it's like stuff like that is going to be out there a lot more, and because of that, I mean, there's even characters in like Kaiju number 8 where it's like, there's an American who's actually she's half Japanese, half white, or whatever, and it's like she's
Yeah.
super boss or whatever. She's badass, and it's a very well developed character, and there's a reason why she's so good at everything, and that actually makes sense to the story. I don't think they're gonna actually transfer that kind of stuff, over to our media at all. Like, that's just not gonna happen. So I'm kind of worried about. I'm worried about that. Like, it's going to be portrayed poorly, is what it's.
So here's the article on Cartoon Brew. Netflix strengthens its anime push with expanded MAPPA partnership, and it goes on. I'll show you the quote that they have here from MAPPA. All right, so MAPPA president and CEO Manabu Otsuka said the partnership reflects the studio's commitment to maintaining creative and business independence while expanding its global reach. They are focused on the global. They want the global to be the main thing that they're doing. Instead of just saying, yo, okay, we're going to expand our global reach with what we're doing over here. Now they're partnering up with Netflix, who's known for, wokeifying wherever they can. And this is what's going to end up happening. So they say, we have worked with Netflix on various projects in the past, but this expanded partnership is based on MAPPA's core belief in being an independent studio, both creatively and in business. Japanese animation studios must proactively lead every stage, from understanding global audience needs and developing projects to reaching viewers and expanding related businesses. MAPPA is committed to deepening our collaboration with Netflix, aiming for a long-term win-win partnership. But see, here's the thing. When they say from understanding global audience needs and developing projects, the global audience just needs anime to be anime. They don't need you to change it into something else. All they need you to do is just keep it the way it is. And you're doing just fine. Anime, without all of this other gobbledygook that's going on, grew in spite of the fact that Netflix and all these other guys are woke. Everybody was just doing their thing and everything was cool. But see, the lure of working with these bigger studios, these giant streaming platforms, and making money from them is probably very, very tempting, especially when you're running a business.
Yo, DA, sorry to cut in, but
that's
where this is related to the recent, I don't know if you've seen it. I've been sending it all day, the cultural divide between the audience ratings of JJK episode 3 and episode 4, because they said they signed this deal like recently, but JJK season 3, the opening makes several references to Western art paintings and art, those are famous art paintings. So
yeah.
But I mean, you think they were already having this global perspective idea, beforehand, before they even signed the Netflix deal, they're already sweetening it, and this is just the official announcement.
Well, remember, we've been talking about this, right? Sword Art Online director, right? Remember, we covered this story. It's like these guys, look, it's clear that this shit has been rumbling through Japan over the last couple of months because they see the writing on the wall. That's why this guy was speaking out. He didn't pull this idea of focusing on too much on global appeal could lead to failure. This didn't come out of nowhere. All right. This is clearly something that's rumbling through Japanese animation studios. But wait, let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. This is clearly something that's been rumbling through many Japanese animation studios because he wasn't the only one saying this. All right. This was being cascaded and discussed on several articles. We've been reading them. And so it's like, okay. And then we hear Netflix and MAPPA got an agreement. That's what I'm saying. Clearly, this ain't out of nowhere. Go ahead.
And if you notice, the 3 people that we've covered that say that anime should be for Japan, they're all creatives. The Sword Art Online director, Takashi Yamazaki, and Hideaki Anno. The guy who wants a global perspective is the CEO of the company. He's not even a creative. So he's just looking at the money. He's not looking at the culture aspect of it.
Yep. What were you saying, Cyfax?
No, I was actually just saying I 100% agree with you. This stuff is getting pushed out there, or these ideas are getting pushed out. And I mean, if it went to what I said earlier in the stream, which is if all these companies did was give these studios money to keep producing the same stuff, because how you said, hey, we just want the same stuff. Just give them money to continue
The
on with
shit
their
that's
good
already
stuff.
proven to work. Yeah,
It
exactly.
already works. And it's like when they're like, hey, this stuff is coming into this culture, whatever. It's like you're already doing that with the money that you have. You're already doing this. You're like whatever you're like. If this is let's say this is a Japanese agenda or a whatever agenda or whatever. Well, it's working because everybody is flocking towards your ideas because this shit actually works. This people like this storytelling. We're not flocking towards your ideas. We're flocking towards your storytelling. And we talk about that all the time, and obviously not just this channel, but obviously your other channel and like mine and other people's. But it's like we go to storytelling. The storytelling element of all this is the forefront of all this backlash, and they don't cover any of that, of course, because they're like, oh, why would we cover the most important thing? The storytelling is the thing that actually draws everybody into it. So when you have great storytelling, whatever medium it is in general, people tend to flock to great storytelling. They're like, wow, that was amazing. That actually made me think a little bit. That made me actually kind of redirect my perspective here or there, whatever it is to you, to yourself, whatever, it's all good. But the way that they're wording it in these articles makes it just sound like, oh yeah, we're going to globalize it. It's like, no. Don't globalize it, because globalizing these ideas is just the new way of just saying modern entertainment. That's what they're doing right there. You're going to see that a lot more in all these articles. Globalization or whatever is going to be the new version of modern entertainment. That's what it's going to be. They're going to say, oh, we globalized it. That's going to be the new word. We globalized it. Yep.
And like,
100%.
this is gonna tie into like a conversation we have later, but Netflix like acquiring like the MAPPA deal and the Warner Brothers deals in progress, that's just like a 1-2 punch for Hollywood.
That's crazy when you sit back and think about it. Yeah. One of the biggest anime studios out there right now getting exclusive deals with Netflix, who's then also possibly going to own Warner Brothers. And if they do get Warner Brothers, then, man, you start thinking about Netflix really has a stranglehold on a lot of popular entertainment.
Well, I mean, like I'm actually a great example of this right now. My first thought is when you said, hey, Netflix might get this, my first thought was like, oh, they're doing a live action adaptation. And you're like, no, they're actually they might do an anime. And it's like, my first thought was they're going to do live action. That's how much, like, even for me, someone who's in tune to this world, my first thought was live action. Boom. There you go. It's like, that's how much it's affected everything else. Like when I hear that, I think, oh, they're going to do a live action. And hey, they might do a cool, like, they might actually give the money and do the thing that I suggest, or like I hope I suggested, which is give them money to just continue on to do what they do. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Except that's not how Netflix works.
No, of course not.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for your thoughts on that matter. I think that's one we're going to have to keep our eye on for sure as the weeks and months unfold to see what's going to happen next. But yeah, we just want anime just to be anime and not be for a global audience. Those who love anime will find it, watch it regardless. And if it's just like any other franchise, make Star Trek for Star Trek fans, make Star Wars for Star Wars fans, and they will find their people. You'll find your people if you're true to the game. But if you're trying to go out there and when you try to be, what happens in real life when you try to put on a front and try to be somebody you're not? What ends up happening? All right. You end up not making all the friends. But when you're just yourself, they always say, be yourself. All right. And that's what they need to tell like all of these entertainment studios and anime as well. Just be yourself. You'll do just fine. You'll find the people that will love you for you. And not try to, cater to, oh, we need to cater to this crowd or that crowd, the modern audience, this or that. Forget them dudes, all right? Just be yourself and you'll be fine. All right, let's move on to this.
Sell to the people who are buying your product. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So we got some new cast reveals on Sakamoto Days live action. Brandon, why you laughing?
Because it's Sakamoto Days and the preview made me laugh so hard, and it's going to be so cheesy, but it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun, man.
Yeah,
Sakamoto Days legitimately is some of the most fun I have had watching anime over the last couple of years, man. Some of the scenes are just above, just out of control, just mind-blowingly ridiculous. But it's fun, all right? It's fun, and that's what it's supposed to be. So they're doing a live action. It's a Japanese live action. The Gang of X slur targeting the life of Sakamoto Taro, who quit being a hitman, has been revealed. Shiono Akihisa plays the modified human Kashima, who wears a reindeer headpiece and has weapons hidden all over his body. Furthermore, it has been decided that Watanabe Keisuke will play the apathetic hitman Simba Natsuo, who uses a transparent suit as a weapon. And there they go right there. So, look, these pictures, man, they just, I don't know. For me, man, I love Sakamoto Days, and I'm looking forward to watching this whenever it finally gets over here to America. I don't think it'll be like right away. You know, we're not going to get it right away, but I think it'll get here soon. When you see these photos, I know for guys that haven't watched it, maybe you're not sure, you don't like this look, but what do you think about these guys over here for Sakamoto Days? No response?
It'll work.
Well, I was waiting for other people to go because usually I always talk first, and I was like waiting for other people to go. But what I always find funny, and I think most people might agree with me on this, is Asian people, like whenever they I don't know, animate their characters, whatever, they always seem to make them very white. Like they're always super white looking in some aspect or whatever. Like, and there's a reason that a lot of people, and they might find it racist, that we seem to look at Asians as like, it's like, oh, I can't tell you apart type of deal. And sure, that sounds racist, but it's oddly true. But then you come out with animes that these people look nothing fucking like you. They look absolutely nothing like you. So when you cast an Asian person in a role of a character who looks like a fat white dude who possibly becomes a skinny kind of Asian dude, yeah, maybe that might be confusing, or some of these other characters as well. I mean, can we be honest for a second? Can we just be honest for a second? Yeah, it doesn't add up. But yeah, overall, I have no problem with it. Like, obviously, cast whoever you want. It's your show. But that's what
it is. Yeah. I like the idea of a live action Sakamoto Days just because of how wild Sakamoto Days is. I don't know how they're going to pull this off.
I'd be curious how they.
It might look really cheesy. You know, I mean, because anime period is hard to pull off just because what makes anime great is sometimes the over-the-top nature of it. But I think Sakamoto Days is one of the more over-the-top anime that I've ever watched, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they even try to do it. It might suck, for all I know, or it might be awesome. You know, who knows?
I feel it'd be a Japan's version of Bollywood. That's the best way I could put it. It would be a Japan's version of Bollywood to pull that shit off and to make it, I don't know, acceptable. That's what it would be.
Maybe. We shall see. We shall see. Brandon, name any thoughts?
It'll be fun.
I mean, I haven't seen like Sakamoto Days yet, so I'm missing out and I can't give commentary. But on what Slifax said, like, yeah, I think like something that like a lot of Asian cultures value, like the Chinese, the Japanese, like the Koreans, it's like a fair skin. So like, you know, you're not wrong that, you know, these characters, like, they look like it's kind of a mix of like Asian and white. And then like, you know, especially when they cast like actors, yeah, they try to look for the best looking ones, you know.
Agreed. All right, we got some One Punch Man news, kind of, sorta. All right, this was One Peak Man had posted this up. JJK Jujutsu Kaisen has so many One Punch Man references, peak inspiration, and what are they talking about? I guess just the way he slid into position right there kind of reminds him of One Slide Man.
One PNG Man.
That's phenomenal. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that was the joke, I guess. Yeah, we get it. But even more so, JC staff is moving on. Now One Punch Man season 3 is in the books, and they are now revealing what the next project is going to be. JC staff and Bandai Namco new project reveal. 3 movies for Patlabor Easy Wire officially announced for 2026 and 2027. And you look at the animation on this, and it's like you guys couldn't have did a better job with the fucking One Punch Man. If you're doing this stuff, look at this.
Bro, like
this might have been what they were focusing on. Why you got such a shitty version of the other thing?
Bro, Bandai doesn't play about their mecha, bro. Like Gundam, like that's like it's got like its fair share of messes too, but it's still like consistent.
This looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, this is what the stat instead of focusing on One Punch Man season 3, everybody, all the good animators and everybody were pretty much working on this because this looks absolutely incredible, man. This looks like real cinema. Okay, this looks dope. Yeah, and yeah, Alpha. Yeah, One Punch Man fans are incredibly salty over this.
Extremely
it's really
salty.
fun. I wouldn't. I don't blame them.
Never seen this trailer, and I immediately want to see it in theaters. This looks amazing.
Facts. I'm looking at this. I was like, oh, I'm heading to this because this looks incredible. All right, they really did some good work here. So yeah, we got one movie coming out May 15 of this year. All right, movie number 2 August 14 of 2026, and then the third movie in March of next year, 2027. So yeah, they were like, what's One Punch Man? Oh yeah, that's some project we agreed to do. All right, let's just go ahead and just sketch something up. Yeah, have some whack ass animation. We're not really trying. We're gonna put all of our energy over here. And so for all the fans that are pissed off, I don't blame
season 3, they're like, hey, let's throw our interns on this. Like, hey, you want to try a new project out? And it's like a project that everybody loves for the last, 2 seasons. And they're like, let's just throw our interns into it. And they're like, we've just learned how to use Canva and animate it improperly. And it's like, what are you talking about? You shouldn't be using Canva at all for this. Like, I don't know if that's what they used, but that's what I feel like. Because when I see stuff like this, it makes me think that I can do this. And I barely use Canva, and Canva helps me along the way. So what the hell are these people doing? Right? It's baffling. It's crazy.
Brandon, you looking forward to Patlabor?
Absolutely. And here's why. Because it's a badass series. We're going back into the Wayback Machine with Mamoru Oshii. He is the one that came up with this. He is the creator of it. He's the director. He directed the first 2 films along with having the TV series, the OVAs and everything. This is a legacy series, an absolute fantastic police procedural set in 1999, fictional future 1999, that just happens to have, 8-meter tall mechs with a big ass hand cannon. It is so
that
good.
Was a big ass hand cannon. Damn.
Yes, it is. It is so good. And there have been rumors about this stuff for a while, and now we see where JC staff, you're correct. We see what they love. They love that. They had no love, no anything for One Punch Man. And you know what? I can live with it because it is making the OPM people absolutely bitch ass salty. And it makes me laugh.
Look at this guy. OPM was sacrificed for this, and it's fucking Patlabor.
Yep.
And I think this guy actually wants to see it. I was reading through some of the comments, and he was happy about it. He said, I think y'all misunderstood the tweet. I love Patlabor. I was just referring to a comment. And then Brandon was like, yes, Patlabor.
This is
acting like this is a bad thing. Like, nah.
This is one of those legacy series that Bandai gets rather touchy about with showing the original stuff. They'll actually shut it down worldwide. Most other ones don't care. They do with Patlabor. And all I will say about it is, if you want to see it, it is on High Dive, the TV series. Watch the movies and see how good animation was back in the very late 80s, very early 90s. Yeah, exactly. It's a decade-old legacy series.
Old legacy series are always going to have old legacy fans, and it's going to hit a special place for a lot of people. I've never watched Patlabor, but you say it's on High Dive.
High Dive. Last I checked, they had the TV series, but you know what? I'm seeing a trend that's beginning. Mecha is returning. The era of mecha has returned.
There's a
And
lot of
this is just
Patlabor
the
fans out
opening
there.
salvo.
Oh wow! So you think we're gonna see a big resurgence, huh?
Well, we've got this. We have Votems that is coming back. That's another early 80s legacy series that was massively popular back in the 80s. And what was the third one? There was a third one. I know that they're doing more Gundam, but that's its own thing. There's why can't I think of it? Anyways, we've got like Ghost in the Shell. We are supposed to be getting this year the
Really?
actual real Ghost in the Shell.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
you toss in that along with Fist of the North Star. Oh, and I think there's a few other series that are legacy series, mid 80s, late 80s, very early 90s that have had adaptations here or there, things that were started like with Fist of the North Star. There's almost 200 episodes of it, but they were not able to finish it because the manga wasn't finished. Whereas it's been finished for forever. It's never had a full release here in this country. They've actually tried to release it twice, and both times they stopped. Whereas right now, Viz is putting out the hard books of them. They're $20 a piece, but they are going to have all 27 volumes out. So we've got tons of these legacy series that are coming that are just going to absolutely open up the can of worms, and I'm here for it. And like with this season, we have the Samurai Troopers. That's a 1988 series. It took them almost 40 years, but we got our sequels. We got our second season, basically. So,
Do you think it's just people are like, now anime is so huge. Now is the time that we can really, dive back into these older series.
for some of it,
That are,
yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah,
just
for
wonder,
some
like,
of it is.
it's like you're seeing a bunch of legacy series are coming back, after, like you just said, 40 years of being gone. It's like, why now? Is it just because anime has just hit a certain height? It's like, okay, now we can dig in through the crates and go back and find some old anime that, dust them off and bring them out and let kids kind of get invested in that. And then they'll go back and watch the old stuff as well.
That's a possibility. Either that or maybe some IP rights freed up. I know one that'll never get freed up because what's their faces screwed it up, and that was hold on, my brain just died. It's late and I'm tired. I can see it. It was Robotech in this country, but it's Macross. Macross, we will never get a original Japanese Macross release here. They redid it in Japan, but Disney has the rights to it in Japan. But yeah, just looking at this season, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run. That may be the most recent of the JoJo, but it's still an old ass series. That's a late 80s series. Trigun Stargates.
You'd think JoJo's would get like greenlit because that happens to be like, I don't know, my friend's kid would watch that all the time, and I was like, this is the most gay coded shit I've ever
That's
seen.
because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is extremely gay. Dio is the most gay
It's
character out there, but he's also one of the baddest ass bad guys ever.
Yeah, I mean, like, why are they pushing that more? Like, is it because it's blocked by some bullshit? Or like, I mean,
No, it's because they
don't get me
don't
wrong,
use
if
it.
they wanted to push their bullshit,
they don't use it to
agenda,
beat you over the head with it.
that's the gay shit. Like, my friend's kid was just like, hey, check this out, and I was like, this is the gay. I was just like, of course, I was like,
Is it
hey,
the
man,
gayest?
I'm glad you liked it or whatever, but I was like, this is the gayest shit I've ever seen. I was like, and we talk like, I don't know how men talk.
Because side facts, like what I mean, like, you people can say like they're gay coded, but look at the JoJo character designs. They're muscular men, they're masculine men.
Extremely.
And the agenda they want to push is weak.
But that
and
also
feminine
pushes
men.
like, hey, the only muscular men are gay. Like, that's not true at all.
Well, there's one part of Japanese culture that you're missing there. If you look at what the ideal
Possibly.
Japanese man is, it's not the bodybuilder. They do consider people that are bodybuilders to be extremely flamboyant and extremely gay. And not the nice type of gay, the bad type of gay, the gay that you avoid at all costs. So it is partially a running gag,
So
but at the same
people in the
time,
chat are saying, hey, when you read the JoJo manga, it doesn't come off as gay, only the anime. Hey, no, I believe you.
There you
I
go.
haven't read the anime. That's fine. But the only experience I've seen through it is watching it through, like, is my my best friend's son was like, "This is one of my favorite animes," and I was like, "Cool, I'm glad you like anime." And he was like, he showed me that, and I was like, "This is the gayest shit I've ever seen." Like, I was like, "What is
JoJo
what
is the
happening?"
one that I will make the
And
exception
his
for.
son's not gay. Like, well, I mean, I don't know if he is. Who knows? He's too young to tell. Whatever. But it's like, what?
I think
What the hell?
JoJo's a good. I think JoJo's good.
Yeah,
It
JoJo's
might. It
damn
might.
good.
It might.
It doesn't bother me.
might
It
be
doesn't
really
bother
good.
me with the tones because again,
But do I got to
I
get
think
like
it's good
2 or 3
storytelling.
seasons in before like I'm like, you know what? I'm sold. Like,
Yeah,
This
'cause
particular
I went
series
2
doesn't
episodes
work that
into
way.
it, and I was like, this is super gay. Like it
As I
was,
said,
like, I
this
went
series
couple
doesn't work that way.
Too gay. Too gay.
Each one of the sets of volumes focuses on a different member of the JoJo Star family.
yeah.
So the first set is on Jonathan Joestar, where it all began. The second one is where all the current, most of your mainline stuff comes from with, I can't remember what his great grandson's name is, but he's the one that's got the stand that's just badass. This one is, from what I understand, a soft reboot, but this is the most recent of the manga series, and this particular series of JoJo is finished. So they do have enough stuff to work with. But yeah, JoJo is good. Yeah, Stardust Crusaders was the prior one.
Well, this is where they're going to have problems with this idea of, a globalized view on anything or whatever in general is all of a sudden you realize, I don't know, Western values isn't just the left. There's also this whole other side called the right, or the people who are probably, I don't know, sensible human beings. Like, and not every right person is MAGA, whatever. We're not all MAGA. We're just like, yeah, no, I don't believe in that. And so when you start pushing this and throwing this shit into our stuff, we don't like that. And we don't want to see, like, you got to hook us within, like, look, any type of TV show or whatever in general is like, the first episode should be like, I'm interested in the hook. What's the overall hook? Is there a massive story that's going on, whatever? And when it comes to anime, you only got about 20 minutes, give or take. If it's done right with the songs and everything. And if those don't hook you right in, that's not going to do it for you. And then for your first 2 episodes, you're just like, oh, this is super gay. Like, more than likely, you're going to lose a lot of people through that. And it's like,
I don't know.
Whoa,
JoJo survived the test.
JoJo has been going since the 80s. It's had an OVA series prior to the current run, which started back in about 2012. So this is one of those series that defies all of it.
I think this is a great comment here from Alpha Proto. Says, sci-fi JoJo is not gay. It's bizarre like gold dust.
There
and
you go.
know what? Oddly enough, I actually can relate to that because I was watching wrestling when Gold Dust was the thing, and that actually kind of makes sense to me. Thank you. With
the exception of Dio. Dio is straight up
was,
flaming, but he's
My
the
son
don't
had
mess
a-
with
no,
Dio.
no. I appreciate that.
My son read the book by the originator. Oh God, I can't remember his name, but he read the he created a book, how to make an anime or how to write a manga. He had a book that he put out there, and my son read the book, and by reading the book, it made him want to go watch the show, and he became hooked. Whatever that guy's themes were, however he saw the show in his own mind, he was able to create something that was massive. And it was because he understood how to tell stories. And that's the whole point. You got to know how to tell stories and how to illustrate those stories to get people to buy in. And then you can do anything you want to do. All right. There's gay shit all over it in anime. All kinds of stuff got gayness in it. And it's done well with certain amounts of respect to it. And people just kind of like, whatever, it's gay. Let's move on. Let's tell a good story. That's ultimately what matters, So
I mean,
I think JoJo should absolutely be at the forefront. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'll back one of my first statements was like storytelling is above all. So if the storytelling is that good, then none of that stuff actually matters. I just happen to maybe have watched something that I was like maybe not in the right mood for, and maybe I'll rewatch.
Yeah, I just say don't judge it too fast. It's something that's been around for that long. Don't
I
judge
gave
it
it
too
two.
fast.
I feel 2 episodes, 40 minutes of my time. I think if it's 40 minutes of my time, I think I should be able to kind of judge you a little bit. But hey, if people are saying it gets better or it's not like that, okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
it's really, really
And,
good.
and maybe
Yep.
I'm wrong, and I can accept that. That's fine.
Hail
Maybe
to
I'll give
Tony.
it
What's
another.
up?
Maybe I'll give it another chance.
Yep. Yep. Some people just see gay and run, and it's like you can if you want to, but I think that as long as
Too
your
much gay
storytelling
too
is
quick.
good.
You're just like,
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of the society we are in at this point in time. But I think elevated minds would just be like, let me just see the show and like it or dislike it for what it is, and not necessarily everything else that's around it. Now we see so much of it in Western entertainment that we immediately start writing shit off, and I think that's fair. But when it's anime, I kind of give it a chance to see, what it's going to be. Anyway, thanks guys. That was a great conversation. To be honest
I'm
with you, I
willing to
like
be
the
wrong.
conversation.
Just to say, I'm just
Sure.
willing to be wrong. That's fine. That's all good.
Let's move on. We got another topic here. This one is about the Oscars, and I couldn't believe it. I thought Demon Slayer was a shoo-in for it's the biggest anime, box office wise ever. The art is amazing. It's fantastic. Okay. And I thought, okay, if Demon Slayer don't get it, look, Chainsaw Man was a beautiful movie. It was an amazing story. It was captivating. It's a tear jerker, all of that. And neither one of these.
You just got cut off, DA.
Oh, DA
Oh,
down.
yeah, I thought that was just me. I didn't want to say anything. Damn.
Okay, no, DA might have just got cut off. Yeah, no, it's a tearjerker. It's absolute cinema, like what we want out of a theater at all times. So Demon Slayer Infinity Castle did a good job, but Chainsaw Man, did you guys all see that?
Yeah.
Nope, I haven't yet.
I'm gonna cover for him until he comes back. Oh no, he's back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know. My internet just took a shit for like 2 seconds, but I'm back.
Okay.
But yeah, keep going.
He's
Keep
back.
going. And I know, Brandon, you got to drop in a minute. So if you got to drop, Brandon, just say the word.
I've got a little more time. I'm feeling okay.
Okay. All right. Cool.
No,
cool.
so Chainsaw Man, ResArch. I mean, if you guys saw it in theaters, it's a phenomenal experience. I mean, the visuals alone, like I go to some of these anime previews, or not previews, just just any of them that are out there in general, just because I want to see anime on the big screen in general, because I love anime as much as. Maybe I don't grandstand about it on my channel as much as I should, or as much as I like to, or I would like to. No, I'm a huge fan of it. And this movie, Chainsaw Man, ResArch, was phenomenal. Like, it's so good from the beginning to the end. And even I could see people being like, well, the first 45 minutes are kind of like boring or whatever. But that last hour and 10, 15 minutes is pure banger, right? Like, are you kidding me? Get out of here. It's amazing. And it's like the story that it tells and everything about it, and what it actually means to the character, especially if you've watched the show. If you watch the show, it means a lot more. But it's also, it can stand on its own, which is, I think, important to movies in general. Like, movies should be able to stand on their own. And I think this one does a good job at doing that in general.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to fully know everything about every character involved in this to understand what is happening and why certain things happen in this movie before. Like, you don't need to do homework. If you did homework, you're going to appreciate it a little bit more, of course, but you don't need to do that. And I think that's what a lot of movies in general are missing in general, is like especially when it comes to say Marvel or whatever. I don't want to bleed into our normal topics or whatever, but it kind of does bleed into stuff like that. Look, this one did it with just an animation movie, and everything that you wanted to be told was told, and it had a beginning, it had an end, and everything is kind of done with. But also at the same time, it also left you with wanting to know more about everything that you watched while you were watching it, which should be the point of everything that you're watching. Like, I want to see more about whatever this
Well said.
universe is.
Well said. Hey, name. What are your thoughts?
So I saw that you put Tony's comment up earlier. The other two that didn't get nominated, Naja 2, 100 meters. Like, okay, it sucks, but I can understand why you wouldn't nominate Demon Slayer. It's like, it's a sequel film, and it's like, out of all of the ones, it's like the most like, if you want to classify, if you want to really, really generalize it, it's like the most like, commercial one. But Chainsaw Man, like, I thought the pretentious like hacks at Hollywood would like, take that one, or even 100 meters, which was like, a story about like, it's like a story about like two track stars. Like, I thought that
I thought 100 meters was like Oscar bait.
It's the good kind of Oscar bait, because it was
I'm not. I'm real talk though, name. Like, it's a movie that you think is going to get nominated for an Oscar. It's the type of movie that the Oscars normally nominates, 100 meters. So here's the Oscar nominated films, in case anybody was curious: Arco, Zootopia 2, K-pop Demon Hunters, which is going to win. Regardless of what happened, K-pop Demon Hunters was going to win Best Picture. Everybody knows it, for animation. Lil Amelie, or the character of Rain, and then Elio? Elio? Really? That dog shit? Y'all nominated Elio? That's the worst nomination of all the nominations on the Oscars.
Year. I thought this was like 2 years ago. Elio? I thought it was like a year or two ago.
It was last year.
That's how
it came out the same day. It came out on the exact same day as K-pop Demon Hunters, except K-pop Demon Hunters was on Netflix. But it came out same exact day. It dropped the same day. Ridiculous nomination. I don't get it, man. And like you said, man, Neza 2. Why ain't that nominated? That's the #1 animated film of all time. Y'all didn't nominate in terms of box office. Oh, because it's China. Yeah, but it's way better than like Elio. I mean, goddamn, man.
It's like I said.
Okay, name. Go ahead.
It's like I said in the chat. I said it as like a joke, but I'm starting to believe it's true, because the Ghibli films have won in the past, and they're great films, but I'm starting to think they're only on the roster because those casts have like an A-list, like American, like star-studded cast. Like, none of like Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, 100 meters, like their dub cast doesn't have like Christian Bale or like Robert Pattinson or anything. So that's why that's just my tinfoil hat theory, but I'm starting to think it's true, because like, how are you gonna put Elio over like Demon Slayer? How are you gonna put Arco? Like, look, and I haven't even seen Arco yet, but I keep seeing the trailers for it, and like, it's not fucking showing. Like, even 100 meters had like a short, like 2-week window where it showed in theaters.
Well, 100 meters is great.
I could tell you a shameless plug about next week. On Saturday next week, we'll be award this with Chris Gore and all them. And they're going to be talking about all the movies, more than likely a lot of you guys have not seen. Those are going to be the movies that you probably want to go see. Any of those things that get nominated for whatever award that they're getting, go check that out, because Chris Gore is awesome, and he's a friend of not just my channel, me and DA are friends with this guy. He's awesome. Go check that out. So yeah,
Brandon,
I had to do a shameless plug there. Actually,
no worries,
it has no benefit to me at all.
No worries. Brandon,
yes,
Studio Ghibli movies, that to a fair point. I think The Boy and the Heron,
it won,
didn't it?
Yep,
yeah, that
it
won
did.
a couple of years back. So it's not that anime movies or movies from Japan can't get that love, but do you give any credence to that conspiracy theory that because they don't really have a large voice cast of American known name actors? I mean, K-pop Demon Hunters didn't either. The front man was, I forget his name. He was like the biggest actor on that. I mean, everybody else was kind of small time, but nevertheless, what do you give any credence to that based on what you have seen anime win in the past?
It's definitely a possibility. It fits in because, the Boy and the Heron did have, decent voice talent from American actors, known actors, not strictly voice actors. So possible, yes. More or less, I think it's just Hollywood being retarded. That's really just the basic sum total of it. They're They're so far up their own
This is
ass.
Arco, right? Is this Arco?
Yeah, that's Arco.
What the fuck is this shit?
I
I had no
have
idea what Arco is.
Bro, I haven't seen it yet, but like every time it comes up in the theaters, my friends are all laughing and singing. It's like James Gunn's Superman is like gay Superman.
This shit is so rainbow colored, rainbow bright shit. Oh god. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not. Look. I
mean,
have
with
no
what
desire
we-
in that.
With what we,
I saw
with what we know
Zootopia.
about-
Zootopia's fine. I saw it. It's fine. It didn't need a nomination. I don't think it's better than 100 meters. I don't think it's better than Chainsaw Man. I don't think it's
No.
better than Demon Slayer.
No,
I
it's
mean,
not
DA
better than
with-
any of those.
With what we know
Yeah.
about like the Academy, anyways, like they don't even watch like all the movies that are on the voting roster. They just like cast the vote
Yeah.
for like what they want to win. So like,
Yeah.
So don't be
So
surprised if it's the
I
gayest.
kind of
stuff
feel
that
like
wins,
you're
so.
you're just giving like the best participation trophy to the most mediocre people in their field.
Yes.
And and at the same time, like just because I'm looking at it and it does look good. A lot of these things look good, and I'm not dissing you in your field. I'm dissing the award for what your field is, because your field has become so mediocre. Like obviously I can't do this. Most of us can't do this, whatever. But we understand. We've seen better, and we saw it better 20 fucking years ago with like I don't know, even Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff like that. Like you're doing worse work from 20 years ago, but we're still like here's your clay trophy instead of a gold one or something. Like give me a break, man. Like these people are they're like you're accepting crumbs. Is that what you're doing? And they're just like, oh, we did so good. No, you didn't. You did not. You barely passed the test to even get into the field that you're in, and it shows in your fucking work. But people are so numbed down to where we are as a society that this is acceptable. And it's like you should be better. I should get to the point. Like why can I find AI videos that are more realistic than your actual film? Why is that a possibility? Why is that even a thing? That shouldn't be a thing at all. You should be flawless. You know what I mean? Why are you in the field that you're in if you can't be flawless with it?
sure.
What's going on with that?
Very good questions. Very good questions indeed.
I mean,
All
this
right.
is like I think like
I
someone
think
brought
that's
it
a
up. But, like,
legitimate question. Like
I think like one of you guys brought it up. I forgot where or when, but you guys said like this was an opportunity for them to like boost their viewership because it's been going down for the past few years. And like the first thing they do is like alienate a huge part of like the anime viewer base, which is majority like the younger audience, which is like what they're sorely lacking. And they can't stop like self-grandizing to like realize that, it's like even if you want to do it for like, a financial reason or like,
I might have said that on
like,
I think I might have said that on the nightcap, or I might have said that
Yeah.
earlier in this show. I don't know, but yeah, that's how I look at it. It's like, here's your chance to really capture, an anime audience, the biggest anime movie ever, Demon Slayer, nominate it. Just nominate it. Just give it. You don't have to. It's not going to win. It's not going to be K-pop Demon Hunters, but nominate it. Get the people excited. Oh wow, could it possibly win Best Picture? Like get the anime crowd excited to see possibilities, and dream a little dream that one of their favorite movies of the year is getting, or Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man, in my opinion, is, top 5 movie of the year. Okay. Loved it. So nominate one of those two. Yeah, it's not going to win because K-pop Demon Hunters is K-pop Demon Hunters. It's a sensation. Just like when Titanic got nominated, everybody knew Titanic was going to win. It really didn't matter what else was nominated around it. But in this case, nominate Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man just to say, hey, anime fans, we see you. And we want you to be locked in with the Oscars, and we legitimize you with these nominations. And everybody would have been, oh, shoot. All right, let's see what else is going to come up. Maybe you don't have to nominate another anime movie for the next 5 years. But you would have at least acknowledged this. But see, this is Hollywood. And Hollywood is running scared of anime. They're scared to death. and they're not going to fuck with anime, and they're not going to give anime any respect, any love, unless it's, the Boy and the Heron. And nothing wrong with the Boy and the Heron. I thought it was great. What was the other one that won from Studio Ghibli? Was it
Spirited Away?
Yeah,
Spirited Away. Yeah. So I mean, Studio Ghibli's won in the past, anime's won in the past, but to me, it's like this was an opportunity, and they blew it. They absolutely blew it because they're scared of the popular animes like Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man getting that nomination. That's why I was like, all right, maybe they'll throw a bone to 100 meters, because like I said, it feels like it was made for an Oscar. All right. The whole movie feels like that. But for them just to snub it like this, I just think that's stupid. I think it's short-sighted.
And for Elio
too.
Too. Like, I haven't seen Elio, but like I've heard from like trusted sources, like Film Threat, DA, that movie was just, it was at best it's a nothing burger, and you're putting that over Demon Slayer, over Chainsaw Man, 100 meters, like just.
Yep. All right, let's keep it going. So let's get to the moment of truth. All right, we've been talking all day about all these other anime, but there's one anime that's out right now that this last episode is the reason why. The reason why. So if you haven't seen episode 3 of Fate Strange Fake, this is the reason why. The episode 3 is the reason why I wanted to make. I said these guys are going front and center. All right. This is a reaction on social media. 10 out of 10. What the fuck did I just watch? The battle that takes place. You're going to get to that, Cyfax. It's the beginning of the next episode, episode 3. The battle that takes place is it's an all-timer. It's an all-timer, man. It's so good. Okay. It is so good. I cannot wait to dig more into this series, man. Fate Strange Fate I knew it was in that Fate Grand Order. If you ever played that game, the mobile game, if you ever played that, it's in that same franchise. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm kind of familiar with it now. I haven't read any of the series, watched any of the anime, but I did play Fate Grand Order long time ago. It kind of reminded me, okay, yeah, you got these masters, you got all these servants, and everybody's doing battle. And, but seeing this shit played out in the anime, bro, I am like, fuck, this is amazing shit right here, man. This is absolutely amazing. So I know y'all haven't watched it yet, but let's just talk about the series as a whole, what you did see. Don't spoil it for anybody. This is the most spoiler I want to give right here. These images. This thing is just absolute cinema, okay? Absolute cinema, episode 3, Fate Strange Fake. But let's talk about the series as a whole. What have you guys seen about it? What did you guys liked about it?
You want me to go first or who?
Brandon, I know you haven't watched it, so do you want to drop off now? Because we're probably gonna talk about this for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go because I decided not to keep this one for the season, but okay. If they've given an episode a 10 out of 10, more power to them. I already know what my show of the season is, and it's not even close. Not even.
Free reign is gonna be everybody's show of the season.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Not mine, DA. Not mine.
Oh well, okay. I'm sorry. We already know.
You need to start watching it.
You better go watch Free Reign, bro.
Yes.
You better go watch it, man. All right, Brandon, what you got coming up, bro?
I have to work tomorrow, but my editor extraordinaire, Clifton, is going to be doing a channel takeover, and our guest is one of our channel members, Lord Dakan, who is a long time anime connoisseur. So he's going to pop on. They're going to chit chat. Who knows what type of shenanigans and AI videos Clifton's been working on. And, if you stop and watch, you just might see a carrot thump. And if you've seen the show, you know exactly what I mean by carrot thump. With it, everybody, I am out. Take care. Have a good night.
Peace out, Brandon. Thanks for coming through. We'll see you on the next one, man.
Take care.
All right. So, listen, I think so far, from a character perspective, I love the characters. I love the different dynamics between what's the guy's name? Orlando Reeve. Love his character. It's kind of crazy because basically you have all of these various factions doing battle in what is essentially Las Vegas. All right. It's just basically they're doing battle in Las Vegas. for the for the rights to claim the Holy Grail, which is basically a wish granting item. It'll grant you any wish that you want or whatever. So everybody's fighting it out. It's in America. I think there's been like 4 other Holy Grail wars, and I believe this is like the 5th, but it's also the fake war. So it's not a real war, it's a fake one. It's like a copy of another copy or something. It's a strange story. So that's what I'm saying. When I know a little bit about Fate, the Fate series, I just know it from that game, Fate Grand Order. But that was just playing it, and that's just all right, let me line up my guys, and then let me it's a turn-based game, let me just line them up and do battles. So I know it just from that. But name Cyfax, have you guys read or watched any videos, any movies on this particular series? No,
let Name go ahead. Go. No.
No, Name just said no. I ain't seen it.
Okay,
I've
well,
only
as far
seen
as
episode 1, but
no, I'm talking about like the series as a whole.
Oh
like
no, I've seen it.
Okay.
The extent I've seen it as like Anime Expo, but that's it. I haven't played it myself.
Okay.
So I've seen the first 2 episodes. I watched them before I jumped onto here, and I like. What I really actually kind of really like about the series is it doesn't kind of tell you anything. It's just like it's very show don't tell. Like, hey, you need to be paying attention the whole fucking time. And it doesn't give like over exposition dumps. It doesn't do any of this stuff. It's just like, hey, you need to be paying attention the whole time. And I actually appreciate that. Like, cause like even when I started to watch the first episode and I was just like, I went onto my phone for a minute and I was just like, wait a minute, I missed this, I missed that. I was like, wait a minute, I need to be paying attention the whole time, because that's how engaging the show brings you back into, because you're like, actually, I'm interested in everything that's going on. And I did like you get into like episode 2 and you're starting to barely even learn some of these characters' names. Like there's characters that are introduced and you don't even know their names in the first episode. And I'm like, that is, oddly enough, that's actually super intriguing to me, because it's like you're seeing awesome, cool bullshit going on. And then episode 2, there's some extreme craziness that happens where you're just like, okay, what's your name? And yeah, I want to know who you are because you're awesome. And I like that. It's super intriguing. It's super engaging, and stuff like that needs to be happening more often. And like I don't know if that's their way of appealing to the Western modern audience or not. And if so, they're doing it better than the Western modern audience is doing any of our shows in general. If that's what they're doing, great. But no, these there's scenes in it, and I really like how it it delves into historical, well, accountings, I guess you could say. It's like historical stuff with new age stuff, while also applying like magic of their new age world. It's I'm finding it very interesting. I'm only on episode 2, of course. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Maybe this could drop or higher up. But I'd say episode 1 is the best way I can put it is confusing. Episode 1 is super confusing because it's a lot of jarring cuts, and it's like you kind of don't know what's going on. Episode 2 starts to refine what you saw from episode 1, and then I haven't seen episode 3 yet, but episode 2 I think really kind of levels a playing field for a lot of it. And
episode 3 is a 10. It's a 10 out of 10. You're gonna love episode 3.
It's sounding like episode 3 is amazing, and I'm going to be watching this right after the stream.
And you're gonna be locked in for the rest of the year.
But am I pretty right with that? Am I pretty right with
that 1 hour long prequel, like the setup? That's a chore to get through. I'm not gonna lie. That's a chore to get through. Took me a minute to get through that. But then you get to episode 1, and episode 1 is smooth. It's just 25 minutes, and it's like, all right, you get right through it. Episode 2, Episode
me,
2,
me and
strong
Name watched the
episode.
1 hour one. Me and Name watched that behind the scenes. We watched
Okay.
that shit like
Yeah,
like 2 weeks ago.
it's a chore to get through because you don't know what's happening. But like I said, when I realized that this was this is
A
just
bunch
part of
of-
this like turn-based video game, and then you start imagining yourself as like, okay, this is what this is. They're fighting for the Grail, and you have all of these random characters popping up, and they all have a role that they need to play in this Holy Grail war. But they're all trying to figure things out. They're like, okay, we're here. We know there's a war going on, but where do I fit in? What character do I play? Oh, which character is that over there? Oh, that guy over there. He's what was it? He's a saber. All right. So so now you start to put, the pieces together.
So
But here's what's interesting about this. Normally these wars play out in complete, like the public doesn't know. All right. Everybody in Vegas knows what's going on. All right. This thing is being in full public. They're destroying buildings. They're wrecking shop. People are involved, like regular humans are involved. It's like, okay, so they have upped the stakes of this war. It's not just your ordinary Grail war. Now it's involving this big town. All right. Again, which is essentially Las Vegas. Even though it's called, what was it called? Like Snowfield or something like that?
Snowfield, yeah, Snowfield.
Yeah, so it's involved in Snowfield, and the people of Snowfield are involved in this Holy Grail war. But then you've got all of these entities that have descended upon the town to just basically battle it out. And then you got the little girl who's like, what is she like? I guess she's like a Native American or something, right? It's like, these are my lands, I want my lands back. And then the guy's like, well, do you know it's just to wipe out all of these people and just destroy the whole town so you can get your land back? And whoa, I didn't say that. It's like, okay, yeah, we got to play this thing out. We got to see how this thing goes. That was the dude, Gilgamesh, who is I guess the main character in a lot of these animes. I've never seen
for
one.
somebody like it's super interesting where it's like all the spirits of like basically the round table, like King Arthur's table is like spirits of other masters or whatever, and each one of them does the bidding of certain people's will. That's what I've gathered through 2 episodes. So I might be wrong. I could be completely wrong with that, but that's through 2 episodes. That's what it seems like. It's each one of them kind of has a master, and some of them, like the main girl, I can't even remember her name because they don't give me a freaking. Her name is like Ayahuasca or like Oscar or Oscar, whatever her name is. It doesn't give you a name of these characters.
No, they all have
names,
but you don't really catch on to them right away. They all have names.
No. You learn the name, and then they give you an alternate name of like even what's his name? Arthur's named shit. What is his name?
Look at this shit right here, man.
The
animation is off the fucking chain, man. Again, this is just more of the. This is just one particular battle that's going on in this thing, but the animation is just beautiful. I can't say high enough things.
No, it's
Asuka,
very well
done.
Asuka, very well done.
Yeah, I think that's
that might be her name, but
no,
I think it actually has a Y in it.
Ayaka. Right.
I'm pretty sure it has a Y in it, not an S. It's Ayaka.
Yeah, Ayaka. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, good.
That's
like her character is really interesting, but I'm just enjoying it all, man. I'm just enjoying it all, and I'm looking forward to the next.
Even the first 2 episodes.
I've seen episode 3. You haven't seen it yet. Prepare yourself, Sci-Fact. You are going to absolutely dig this episode. Once we get to episode 4, I listen, man. I'm locked in, man. There's so many good anime this season. I don't know which ones. Like, we could talk about what we've been liking so far. I already know your list name, but you could go ahead and start. All right. Look, I love this here, right? This guy posted up JJK, Sentenced to be a Hero, Frieren, Fire Force, Fate Strange, Fake, and Jigo Kurok.
That's Hell's Paradise.
Hell's Paradise. Yeah, I'm just going to say Hell's Paradise. I was trying to say the words. Jigo Kuraku, Hell's Paradise, basically. I'm sorry, name. Your favorite wasn't mentioned.
Y'all better not switch up on me when that shit gets heat, bro. I'm gonna be like that one.
All right, man. All right.
To speak on Fake, because I didn't start into today because like today I was like watching various anime because I knew the stream was today. So I was catching up on JJK, Sentence, and I watched the second episode of Dead Account. And then DA's put in the chat, we're gonna talk about Fate Strange Fate. So I'd already seen episode 0 with Cyphax, and I was like, okay, let me just like try to get it in before the stream starts. And I was only able to watch one, but like Cyphax said, like they do this fascinating thing with like where they're incorporating like magic and technology. Like there's a scene. It's not exactly a spoiler, but like the two people are having like a phone call, and then like the guy's like, "Are you wiretapping me? Or are you like using magic to like hear?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is kind of cool." So like like there's two like there's like ancient magic, and then there's also like futuristic.
There's a lot of implied like new technology with
yeah.
magical implicity to it, and that makes it kind of more interesting. And once you start actually watching the show itself, because we watched the like he said episode 0, and it's like we watched like I want to say we watched the full thing, but it was like it actually like the first that episode wasn't all that interesting. Once you started getting into it, and then seeing the characters evolve and seeing like how this is all implemented and everything, that became way more interesting. And so even the first 2 episodes that I watched, I was like, hey, this is actually kind of cool. So I'm kind of invested. So I'm looking forward to seeing episode 3.
We got a lot of peak going on right here, man. JJK so far is great. How y'all feeling about Sentenced to Be a Hero?
It's pretty good. I'm caught up with it. It's like we're starting to see like more characters, and like in the latest episode, one of the side characters has like a cool like little moment. So I'm like, okay, like you got an like interesting and eccentric cast. I'm like, I'm all for that. I love it when like anime like have like not just like great main characters, but like they have a strong like supporting ensemble, because like you know, there's more like to get invested into.
Yeah. How about Cyphax? I know you. What do you think?
Well, we saw the first. Was it the first episode or first 2 episodes? Like we saw it in.
It was the first episode. It was the first one.
That was the first episode. Yeah, episode 1.
Yeah,
first episode. So I haven't seen anything past that, but even that wasn't enough to draw me in.
Okay.
I haven't watched anything else.
Anything on here that did pull you in? JJK, Free Ren. I know Free Ren.
JJK, I'm definitely gonna catch up on because I finally did finish the 2nd season, and that was pretty awesome. So I need to catch up on that. Free Ren. There's a couple of these ones that you guys are watching right now, and I, in all honesty, without hey. This is actually a massive shout out to you, DK, or DA. Sorry, DK. Jesus Christ, I'm thinking something.
Easy mistake, black guys, we all look alike.
Yeah. Just
hey, look, at least it's not look. The angry badger calls me Dante. All right, so at least you get
that's terrible.
Yeah, right. And look, Badger's my guy. Don't give him no grief. It's an inside joke. We laugh about it all the time.
You need to show up with red. You need to show up with red glasses. Just show up.
I was like, bro,
it's
like black people do not look that much alike. But DK, I can see DK Bones.
Everybody in the chat
because I know you and DK Bones stream together sometimes, so I can accept that. But what was your point?
Well, no, I have no point now. No, but it was it was fine. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It was fine.
Look, I'm watching all of these. The only one that I'm not, I caught up with Fire Force season 3 part 1. I haven't started on Fire Force season 3 part 2 quite yet. But out of all of these that are listed up here right now, I'm not lying. It's Fate Strange Fake is the one that I'm into as of right now. But it always happens, man. Depending on the episode, then the next week it might be, oh shit, man, Hell's Paradise all day. Paradise is the best thing since sliced bread. That might be what it is, Or it could be Sentenced to Be a Hero or Dead Account, right? What are you pointing at? Or Vigilantes? I don't know.
Well, but okay, can I speak on Dead Account for a bit? Because I watched the 2nd episode, and it's like it really does feel like that. Like we were talking about it, we were saying like it's kind of like it feels like JJK. It really does feel like it, because like
it is
in the opening, like they have like, I guess it's like the main trio, like the guy who like gets the blue haired guy.
Yep.
He's like kind of like in Megumi. He's like more like stoic and aloof, and then like
Yep.
they have like a female character, and then like they have like a really eccentric like sensei who's like really powerful, but like he hides it because like he's acting goofy. And I'm like, all right, it's like they can't beat the JJK allegation.
Character for character. And listen, I don't hate it. It's fine, but it's not doing anything like totally original. So I'm still waiting to see how Dead Account goes, but I am watching it. I'm caught up with it. I thought the second episode was good. You know, I thought second episode was solid. So I'm not hating on it. You know, right after this, I'm going to go watch Free Ren because I haven't seen the episode. It dropped today, so I haven't seen that. So I'll be watching Free Ren. And then Hell's Paradise. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen the next episode of that, so I got to go watch those two. But then there was this other one that I've been I saw the first episode of. Let me get back to it. And it's not terrible. It's not great. All right. I wouldn't say this is the greatest anime ever. Where did it go?
What are you gonna do? Do you pull up Vigilante season 2? Nope,
not pulling that up at all. You already know that, bro. You better get with the program, man. Come on. It was Jack of All Trades, Party of None.
I've seen that one around.
This is actually pretty good. Okay. Jack of All Trades. Let me share this. Party of None. All right. I liked it. First episode was pretty good. I haven't finished the second episode. I got to finish that up. But this is one of those that's kind of a sleeper that I'm going to pay attention to. DA still ignoring Devilman. You see it, Budgie Cat. Budgie Cat, bro, man, slow down, man. Dang. I'm going to watch Devilman. Trust me. All right. All of these things that I got on the list, but I got a long list. All right. And now that you was probably one of the people that helped push me to watch Star Trek, Starfleet Academy. So now I got to watch that. So see, all of these little things that I do for the channel, they jump in the way of me just watching shit for the hell of it, you know? But I'm probably watching like 5 episodes of an anime every day. So that's like 2 hours. Or wait, no, not 2 hours. That's like an hour and a half at least. All right. It's a lot to watch, man. But trust me.
Yeah, even there's so many good shows coming out this season. Like you know, Brandon talked about earlier, like he couldn't watch Fate Strange Fate because like he's got a lot in his list. Like there's just like no shortage of like good things to watch. And on like, you know, for DA and SIFAX, like bad things when you guys like get what that Wonder Man dropped in like Tuesday.
Wonder Man actually supposed to be apparently pretty good.
Oh shit, we gotta watch
but
Wonder Man.
I'm kind of curious, like, do Asian people just only, I don't know, draw and write, I don't know, strong-jawed, white-looking dudes? Because Asian people don't look like this at all. What are you talking about?
This is their style. They're not. But see, Typex, this is like they.
Oh no,
I get
it. I get it. I just find it hilarious.
But you know where they got their style from? With the big eyes. Like they watch everything. They always have oversized eyes for the female and male characters. That came from Disney cartoons, man. That came from Disney cartoons. The oversized eyes, because they can make them be more expressive. So you can express a lot of emotion in your eyes if your eyes are like giant, you know, big and expressive. So that's why you always see anime characters with those type of eyes. But yeah, the style has just kind of always evolved to look like this. And I'm like, all right. You know, that's their style. But yeah, you're right. They don't make them look like distinctly Asian.
Random leftists who look like, I don't know, emo hard boys, like, you know, just like yeah, these people aren't the heroes that you think they are. They're a bunch of fucking. I'm not gonna.
Hey, shout out to Quiet Papa, who just became a YouTube member. Hold on, what level did you come in at? Let's see. He is a deputy DA. So thank you very much, Quiet Papa. Guess what? You'll be able to join us on the member stream tomorrow. Probably going to be afternoon. All right. Afternoon. You guys are invited. Syfax and name. I'll put the link out there for you guys. If you want to join the member chat, I'll put it in the anime stream group. And anybody else that's a member, Dragon Master, just also remember he dropped 5 gifted members earlier today. So those are all deputy DA and above. Anybody that's deputy DA, you can join. All right. You can join in and hang out with us, and we'll talk about all the topics. All right. I'll have about maybe 3 topics, but we'll let the members kind of determine what it is you guys want to talk about, and we'll all just kind of chime in with it, you know. But thank you guys. I'm about to get to watching some free Ren. All right, it's 10:30 out here on the West Coast, and I'm about to get some work in on anime, and then I got a lot of work to do. I got videos to watch. I got so much work going on, man. It's not even funny. All right, I'm tired thinking about having to watch Wonder Man and Star Trek. Oh man, I'm gonna probably have to bring T in and have him watch Star Trek with me. I'm gonna drag him into it. I know he don't want to, but I'm gonna drag him into it.
Hey DA, before we like close the stream, I put a link in the chat. It's like related to Fate Strange Fake. If you scroll up like a little bit, it's just like a little cool thing from the Gilgamesh voice actor, just showcasing his talent.
Hold on a second. All right, let me bring this up over here. Okay, I got you. Okay, let's share this. So this is the Gilgamesh voice actor, Doraemon. All right, let's hear what he got to say. Wait, hold up.
人間とは犠牲がなくては生を謳歌できぬ獣の名だ。
魚女子、僕を希望の姫君、ミップルのところへ連れて行くメポー。
Wow.
デカってのは誰かを刈り取る仕事じゃなくて、誰かを守る仕事だったはずなのにな。まゆしまゆし、あなたのバナナ、ぷにゅぷにゅだねって言ってみて。俺のこの手が真っ赤に燃える！お前を倒せと轟く叫ぶ！爆熱！ゴッド！フィンガー！ヒート！エンド！
のび太のくせに生意気だぞ。うちのパパ偉いんだぞ。社長だぞ。
人間とは
That is
犠牲が
that is incredible, man.
That guy is fucking amazing. Holy
That
crap.
dude is awesome.
That guy's
This is the dude that
I'm
plays
playing
Gilgamesh,
5
huh?
characters.
Yeah, you guys may also know him as like the voice actor of Panda and JJK. He's really
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. Wow.
This
See,
guy's amazing.
this is why, to me, this is why I always go straight to the Japanese. You know, I want to hear their voices. All right. Not only is it their product, but they know how these characters need to sound. And it always is so much better when you listen into the Japanese and then you get the subtitles. I would much rather listen to the Japanese and get the subtitles than listen to any dub any day. It is because of guys like this. I'm not saying that the English voice actors aren't good voice actors. A lot of them ain't. But I would just rather hear the original. All right. And this is the original. This guy is fucking amazing. I've never heard. I didn't know how many characters he did. I've heard this voice, Gilgamesh, Mep. I don't think I've ever watched that show. Shinya. Wait, who is this?
Oh,
Why
that's
does that
from,
name-
I just want to see. I want to
he's
see
the
the
main-
voice actor who does Linor.
He's the main character. Shinya's the main character from Psychopaths, and I missed out on the Mercy stream, but I was like gonna talk to you about it because like if you want a better like interpretation of like
decided
Mercy, it's like
this?
just watch Psychopaths.
Okay.
I just want to see the voice actor.
I mean, this guy's
who says,
range
like,
is absolutely
who decided
insane.
this? What a great line.
Yeah, in
Passionate
Japan, like you know,
character.
like DA said, like you know, no shade on like the American dub actors, but over in Japan, like they have to go through like rigorous training to like you know become a voice actor. Like they have like specialized schools to teach you how to voice act, and
Do
this
you
is
get
only
hit with a
short,
ruler into your throat? Because I think that's also how you train porn stars. What are you talking about? Like,
No, but
That
like-
to me shows you, like you said, Name, that they are so committed to excellence in Japan that we're going to send you to voice actor school to learn how to be a voice actor, and you're going to come out of here and you're going to be doing all of these these voices. You're going to be able to do little boys, little girls, older men, all right, teenagers, you name it. All right, you're going to come out of here having a full pocket of voices that you're going to be able to go out there and work on, and it's dope. I love it. Okay. That is solid, man. That great. Thanks for giving that to me, man. Great voice acting by this guy. All right, we wrapping things up. Cyfax, you got anything coming up, bro?
actually, I do. Tomorrow you can catch me on Psycast, probably around 4 p.m. Western Standard Time, and then I'll be talking about well, there's actually a bunch of movies that are coming out. There's going to be a bunch of trailers. and everything like that. And if people want to stick around and hang out, cool. Also, maybe even later tonight, well, actually, right after this stream, I'm going to be trying to attempt some Elden Ring stuff. That's not interesting to this panel or the people in the chat. But at the same time, if you guys want to come check it out, I'm going to be jumping on that. Thank you. Appreciate
Awesome. Thanks for
appreciate
being
your
here,
time.
brother. All right, guys,
Also,
that'll do it for me.
I'm 3 away from 300 subscribers.
Get over there and sub up into Cyfax if you can. I'm going to be bumping you guys over Smash JT. What is Smash JT doing? I saw him going live. Let me see. It's just Smash JT. It's just his, so he's not playing games or anything, but it's his Fable Friday. Say what's up to Smash JT for me, guys, as you guys depart. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us on Anime Nights. We'll be back again next Friday to talk more anime news, and we'll talk about another series that's catching my eye. Probably going to have to do a deep dive eventually on Dead Accountant just to see if that's worth sticking on with. But we'll talk about it. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Have a great one. And we will see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Good night, y'all.